Welcome to the Pittsburgh Steelers, running back Trey Sermon. The Steelers have signed him to a one-year contract this morning. Also, the Pittsburgh Steelers have added more players to their rookie minicamp roster. But first, before I get more into it, make sure you subscribe to the channel and turn notifications for everything Pittsburgh Steelers news and updates. Also, like this video. Now, let's get right back into it. So, the Pittsburgh Steelers have gone out today to sign a running back to a one-year contract, and his name is Trey Sermon. And he is a player who tried out for the Pittsburgh Steelers at rookie minicamp the last 2 days thus far, and obviously he impressed enough to win a job, to be able to get signed to this team. That's why this time of offseason is so important for these undrafted players or these players being brought into the team in offseason workouts, because you have a chance to earn your spot and prove to the coaches that you can be a Pittsburgh Steeler or whatever team you're on. And Trey Sermon, in just 2 days, earned a spot on this team. So let's get into who he is, because it's the second year in a row that the Steelers have signed a veteran running back after rookie minicamp, as the team inked running back Jonathan Ward last year following his tryout. So Sermon, he was a third round pick by the San Francisco 49ers in just the 2021 NFL draft. So not that long ago, but he lasted just one season with the 49ers. He spent 2022 with the Philadelphia Eagles and had been a member of the Indianapolis Colts for the past 2 seasons. So he ran the ball 56 times for 159 yards and 2 touchdowns this past season with the Colts in 2024. He had a strong performance against the Steelers in 2023 when he faced them, running the ball 17 times for 88 yards in a Week 15 Colts victory over the Steelers. It was the second highest output in a game during Sermon's career, as he ran 19 times for 89 yards in a loss in Week 4 during his rookie year. So, he's a player who, coming out of college, he was really good. He came out of Ohio State, and we all know Ohio State running backs are usually amazing. Sermon measured in at 6 feet tall, 215 pounds, and ran a 4.61 40-yard dash time at the combine. So, Trey Sermon coming in for the Pittsburgh Steelers, what does this add to this team? Well, it adds more running back depth for the Steelers team that lost Najee Harris this offseason in free agency, obviously letting him go, not wanting to re-sign him. In his place, the team drafted running back Caleb Johnson in the 3rd round and have also signed running back Kenneth Gainwell, and obviously they still have Jaylen Warren as well, but Cordell Patterson's also here. So adding Trey Sermon is just another big back that they've added to the team. And you also look at Sermon, and what does he do besides play offense? I always talk about this. He also offers special teams value, and that's what could help make the 53-man roster. Because if you could be a special teamer, get on Danny Smith's good side, he could make you make this team if you add enough value there. Because then you have positional value both on the position that you play, but also special teams as well. And that is always an asset. So, looking at Cordell Patterson, he's standing on the roster right now, but he really didn't contribute much to the returning game last season, and the Steelers have a bunch of running backs competing for a roster spot. So, they have Evan Hull, Aaron Shamklin, Jonathan Ward are all on reserve and future contracts, and Sermon will likely be competing with those 3 and Patterson for the team's final roster spot at the running back position. And probably Patterson has the upper edge because he's been on the team already, he's been a veteran in this league, and he's been with Arthur Smith in the past. So Trey Sermon, just because he's made the team in terms of the 90-man roster and he signed a 1-year contract, doesn't mean he's going to make the final 53-man roster. So he's still going to have to earn his way onto this team and keep on competing and keep on showing out, just like he did in the 2 days of minicamp thus far, and now 3 days. So this is a decision that could come down to special teams value, like like I said, but the Steelers clearly liked what they saw from Sermon during rookie minicamp, and now we could wait and see what his future holds on this team. More than likely, if he doesn't make this roster, he may be a game day inactive, or if he's not, he's going to be a player who takes on a special teams role, may be given 1 or 2 reps here and there at the running back position if something happens, maybe injury, but more than likely he'll be on the sidelines. But Trey Sermon, he adds depth to this team, and he's a player coming out of Ohio State that was really good, high draft pick as well. Hopefully he turns his career around with the Steelers. Anyway, that's introduction to Trey Sermon and Trey Sermon's introduction to Steeler Nation. Now, let's move over to rookie minicamp, because there's some more players who I didn't cover in my previous video covering the rookie minicamp invites that are still on the rookie minicamp roster right now. So let's just cover that really quickly, because like I'm saying with Trey Sermon, they have a chance to make this team and sign a contract, and I didn't cover them thus far. I covered most of them, but not all of them. So the Pittsburgh Steelers have signed and have invited first-year Cameron McCutcheon, a defensive back, to minicamp, Dominique Davis, a defense tackle, to minicamp, Doug Nestor, an offensive tackle, Stephen Jones, a guard, Jacob Slade, a defensive lineman. So those are some players the Pittsburgh Steelers have added to this roster, and they've also added Ilm Manning, Keith Ismail, center, Maurice Blackwell Jr., linebacker, Thomas Perry, guard, Fred Stokes Jr., defense line, Gareth Warren, offensive tackle, Omarion Donaldson, wide receiver, Trey Sermon, obviously running back, Montravius Craig, a wide receiver. They've also added a defensive back, Ridge Texada, to the team, Mickey Victor, and I believe the rest I've already covered in my other video, so if you want to go check that out, I made a video on every single player that the Pittsburgh Steelers have added to this roster on rookie minicamp invites. There's been 14 players, and now these some extra players I've seen that were on the roster when the Steelers actually released it on their website. So the Pittsburgh Steelers are adding these players, and the way they make this team, like I said with Trey Sermon, is the way he made the team, because they add special teams value. So they need to show out on special teams and show out in all the drills. It's only the little things right now. There's no pads, nothing like that. You're not hitting, so you have to show out and be focused and prove something to these coaches. Prove that your mindset is there, even though it's early on. Show out your footwork, show out that you know what you're doing, and get on Danny Smith's good side. Special teams is where you're going to earn your mark, and then you get to your position. Whatever it is, defense, offense, then that's second. But you have to play both at a high level to make this team, especially because you're invited to the roster and you're not really on a contract. So the Pittsburgh Steelers have added these players to their rookie minicamp. Hopefully they are back as the OTAs come along on further tryouts because they've earned a spot in another tryout, or hopefully they sign some of these players. You always want to see these players who go undrafted or they're free agents work their way into the NFL and prove themselves, because these are the guys who have the biggest chip on their shoulder, because they weren't drafted, they weren't given a team, they weren't given anything. They had to work for everything that they've gotten this far. So these are some players that work the hardest, and you always want to see good things happen to these type of players. So these players have been invited, and that's your introduction to them as who they are in terms of their names. I could get more into their background if they actually make the team, but there it is. Now, let me know down in the comments below your thoughts on Trey Sermon being added to this team. Do you like him as a running back? Do you like his highlights? Whatever. And do you think he has a chance to actually make this final roster, come cut downs, and actually make the 53? Do you think you'll have an impact on this team? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. And also let me know your thoughts down in the comments below on the rookie invites, and who do you think can make this team off of those players? And finally, make sure you subscribe to the channel and turn notifications for everything Pittsburgh Steelers news, updates, highlights, analysis, reports, Everything surrounding this team, I've covered it this far this offseason. I'll continue to do so as the offseason goes along, and then obviously the regular season as well. Every new player, their introduction has been on the channel, so go ahead and check it out. And moving forward, I'll do the exact same, just like I just did with Trey Sermon being added to this team. So make sure you subscribe to this channel, like the video, turn on notifications for everything Pittsburgh Steelers football, and until the next video, I'll see you guys all later. I'm out. Peace.